Hi there folks, well welcome back to my channel. For this video I am in the town of Arbroath and I'm actually going to be going to one of the most important sites in Scottish history, which is Arbroath Abbey. Because back in 1320, so just over 700 years ago, a letter from Robert the Bruce and the Scottish nobles to the Pope was written and signed, and it has become known as the Declaration of Arbroath, which is kind of seen as Scotland's Declaration of Independence. And it was, as the name suggests, written and signed in the Abbey itself. So I'm going to go in and try and see if I can show you as much of the Abbey as I can. I know that some of the historic Scotland sites are still have are not open or have restricted access because they're doing a lot of work on the masonry in a lot of their sites. So I'll definitely try and see if I can show you as much of the site as I can. And again, with it being such an important historical site in Scotland, definitely somewhere that should really be have a lot better known. And yeah, I've been to it once before and it is a stunning, stunning building. And it's just a really interesting place to go visit and explore. So again, if you are in Angus, if you're in the area, definitely get yourself over to Arbroath Abbey. And again, I will link in the information from Historic Scotland on their website, on the section for the Abbey itself. And again, if you're enjoying my channel, if you're enjoying my videos, if you can click on the subscribe button, click on that notification bell, leave some likes, leave some comments, it's always really appreciated. And if you'd like to support the channel further, I will post a link to the channel's coffee.com page, the channel's TikTok account and the PayPal account in the description bar below and in the pinned comment in the comment section. So with that out of the road, I'm going to grab my things and head on over to the Abbey. And you can see some of the monastic buildings over there. And there's a visitor centre, so I'm going to try and go in there and see what's going on, see what displays I have and get myself a ticket. This is probably a clearer view of the buildings itself. And that bit there is just stunning. And you can just see how big and impressive this building was. So the visitor centre's in here. This is quite a new visitor centre. This wasn't here the last time I visited. Yeah, so those are the opening times and the ticket prices, and they are closed for lunch just now, so I'll come back at 1:30. Yeah, I'm going to try and see what I can see of the ruins on this side, and then obviously back at the visitor centre at 1:30, because this actually looks like it's got quite a lot in there, a lot of history and a lot of information, but definitely show you what I can on the outside around about here. Yeah, so the vast majority of the church is beyond that bit of the building there. I think that must have been like the western door there. And the rest of the church will be beyond there. So you'll be able to access that through the visitor centre. So it'll be in through there. But there's another section of the building here, which is obviously in ruin as well. Kind of leads into another little bit of the town. But again, you can just see like the grandeur, even in this little walkway. Yeah, just had a wee peek through the Harris fencing, so you can see up towards the transept to the Abbey. And yeah, that's how grand this building was. It's a massive building. Yeah, I'd gone down into the town centre, grabbed a wee bite to eat, and this is the view that you get as you walk around from the town centre. And the circular bit, you see in the wall up there, that'd been the remains of a rose window. So if you think of the rose windows in like Notre Dame Cathedral, something along those lines. So that's a wee map of the Abbey itself. So we've got that bit there, it's that building over there, so that's the guest house. And we've got the Abbot's house, the nave, which is that bit in there, the transept which goes across, there's the presbytery, which is also known as a choir, and the sacristy, which is where the priests would have gotten ready, or the monks would have gotten ready for presenting the service, for giving mass. And it is starting to spit a wee bit now, so I'm going to seek some shelter under here, and hopefully the visitor centre will be open for lunch, open again from lunch very soon. And to have some of the archaeology that's going. It was found. So this here is actually a copy of a fragment of one of the Pictish cross slabs at St Fingens. So I wasn't able to see the original, but getting to see a copy of one. And you can actually touch the replica. So, okay. Yes, I'm guessing the abbey itself is dedicated to Thomas Becket. That's supposed to be what's left of a statue of Thomas Becket. So they also have this display about the Declaration of Arbroath. And they do have a replica of it in here, as well as this little video. So this here is actually a copy of the Declaration of Arbroath. The original was actually kept in the Vatican in Rome, as it was sent to the Pope himself. But it is just, even though this is a replica, it is still very evocative. You can actually see that the seal right there, I think that's actually Robert the Bruce's seal. Oh, there's actually another one that's very similar. So I don't know if maybe I'm getting myself mixed up with the seals. Yeah, I always remember hearing that. So a US government resolution states that the American Declaration of Independence was modelled on the Declaration of Arbroath. I didn't know about that, but UNESCO's given the Declaration Memory of the World status.
War and disease have ravaged the land. Robert the Bruce has been king for 14 years, but some people don't accept his claim to the Scottish crown. They include King Edward II of England, whose father Edward I repeatedly invaded Scotland. Edward Balliol, son of the late king.
Yeah, so they do have some of the archaeological finds that are found in the abbey itself. So we've got like bits of tile, a bit of stained glass, and we've got bits of the stonework as well. They've also found what looks like little ceramic jars. They've got pins. Yes, they have fast wee video playing. essentially flies you through the abbey. Obviously, information board. And William the Lion, William I, King of Scots, is actually buried here in Arbroath. I've seen his grave before. Trying to see if I can find it again. So there's the graveyard on that side. That is pretty much just on the outside of the Abbey Church itself. There's a wee platform up there, but I obviously can't get to it just now because that bit's closed off for restoration work. I don't know if it's through that wee door there you get up to it. Yes, I was talking to the lady in the visitor centre, and she was saying that Arbroath Abbey is dedicated to Thomas Becket, as it does say on this board. So where I am just now is in the transept, and that will be the ceremonial west door, and that'll be the rose window that points out from outside. And you can go out there as well to the cloisters. Alright, I'm just come up to the transept, and I'm pretty sure in my previous visit the copy of the Declaration of Arbroath that they have in the visitor centre was actually kept in that building there, but they've obviously since moved it into the visitor centre. And that in front of me would be where the high altar would have been, and this here is in front of the Harris fencing, is a marker for the grave of William the Lion, King of Scots. Yeah, you can't really quite make that out because of the water, because of all the rain. This is a 1165 to 1214. Yeah, so I just came out from the main body of the kirk, and this has been where the cloister would have been. You can just see the outline of where outline the building on the buildings on that side. There would have been buildings on that side as well. Because there's the foundations for even more buildings just beyond that as well. Also doing a lot of work on the masonry, so there are bits of the cloisters that you can't get into. Not too sure what that building is. I think it's probably a wee learning centre, wee learning pod for schools and that when they come to visit. Yeah, so to give you a wee idea of the layout of the cloister. Well, that's it back at the car from a visit to Arbroath Abbey. Really enjoyed my visit. Again, this was I think it was my second time here. And even though they are doing work on the Abbey, they're obviously checking the masonry and doing that sort of thing. I would rather see them like doing that than losing something as important and significant to Scotland as something like the Arbroath Abbey. And again, if you are coming to Scotland, if you are looking for sites associated with Robert the Bruce, the Wars of Independence, if you're looking for places that are just packed with Scottish history, definitely get yourself to Arbroath Abbey. It should be what I think. It should be one of those places that should be on most people's bucket lists if they're coming to visit Scotland. So hopefully you will have enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've found it intriguing, and if you do come to the Angus area, you're welcome to Arbroath Abbey, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.